And then I was like, you're just like your father. And then I turned my head and I walked away. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. How are you? I'm Harriet, in case you're new, and I was reflecting on just how many excruciatingly embarrassing, cringy, dramatic boy and dating stories I have. Like, I truly have so many, and I cannot wait to tell you my favorite one. Honestly, I am gonna just go in chronological order. Buckle up and let's do it. The boy who couldn't wait. Yeah. Okay, this first story I think really just sets the scene for my dating life. So I was about 10 and I had a boyfriend, whatever that means when you're 10. So I really liked this guy, let's call him Fred, and we used to pass notes in class because we were in the same class. So we would write cute little notes, just talking, and then I remember specifically one day he asked me if he could kiss me soon, and I'm 10, so I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. I basically said that I wasn't ready. Fair call. He asked me again maybe a couple of weeks later, and I was like, how about we save it until year 6 graduation, which is like a really big thing here in Australia. It's when you farewell your primary school and go to high school. I was like, that will be the perfect time. I'm just gonna save it till then. No. The next day, he breaks up with me and he kisses my best friend in front of me in the playground. Clearly, he loved me and I was worth waiting for. The incident at the football pitch. I skipped high school because honestly, I wish that I had a dating life in high school, but I didn't. I dated one boy for about 3 weeks, and then I broke up with him outside of a McDonald's. So let's move straight on to college. So I had just come out of my first proper, like, long-term-ish, it was like 10 months relationship, and I was mad. I was just like, I hate boys, I don't want to date, I just want to have no emotions and just meh. I was just so wanted to shut down emotionally because I had been broken up with once. So I was like, I want to find someone that I have no chance of falling in love with. I want to find someone whose personality I don't like that much and just have a friends with benefits situation. That was exactly what I wanted. Ugh. So I find someone, let's call him Matt. Our personalities were not made for each other. There were certain things that I noticed about his personality that I didn't really vibe with. He knew that. We were very open with each other. But yeah, just not someone that I would date. So we have this beautiful friends with benefits relationship. It was super fun, very chill. And then what happens? I started to like him as a person. Even though I said that I didn't like certain things about his personality, I was like, it doesn't matter, he's different, blah, blah, blah. By the way, a lot of the things that I noticed about his personality were red flags in the beginning, but then when you start to like someone, that kind of doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, the relationship lasts probably 3 months of officially dating. We probably were friends with benefits for like 4 months. And then my best friend at college comes in to my room and she's like, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay, what's up? She's like, so my friend was out last night and saw your boyfriend hooking up with someone in a club. And I was like, oh, perfect. That's exactly what I needed. I'm not hating on her. I just was really pissed off at the time towards him. I was very grateful that she told me. So I'm like, oh, I'm mad. Like, I'm really, really mad. I know where he is. He's on this particular like football pitch. He's at AFL training. Perfect. I'm gonna go to his AFL training and talk to him about it. So I'm like walking to the pitch. I'm raging. I genuinely was so mad. I was like, I ignored some red flags from this person. I trusted this person. I felt like he was different, and then he cheated on me. So I'm raging. So I get to the pitch and he's with like, I don't know how many people are on an AFL team, but he's with a lot of other boys. They're training and I just yell. I'm like, Matt, get over here right now. I'm like 50 meters from him. He looks over and he's like, oh my God. So he runs over to me and I just rip into him. Like truly, I was so mad. I was like, how could you ever do this? I trusted you. He did the whole like, I didn't mean it, didn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you're just like your father. And then I turned my head and I walked away, and he followed me and we had a conversation, and then it ended. I still just feel like that is a scene out of a movie. Like I cannot believe that I yelled at a fully grown male on a football pitch in front of 20 other fully grown males. I don't know whether to be super proud of myself or like slightly embarrassed. I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. Anyways, that is the story, but I just had so many weird things with him afterwards. Like I remember him transferring me money because he owed me money, and he made the description something like, and then his mum like kept adding me on like LinkedIn and Facebook, and then 2 years ago he called me on Facebook. I didn't answer obviously, and I messaged him being like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh haha, bit weird, but just wanted to like congratulate you on your new job. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. The lifeguard.
Lifeguard.
And the meme. I'm so glad I'm dating you. Okay, this is my favorite story. It's the most recent one to happen. He also does follow me on Instagram, and I'm genuinely terrified that he's gonna watch this, but I have to do it because it's honestly, it could be a novel and I need to tell you this. So I got this random cash job through a friend, and me and her were handing out tickets at a theatre, like a music theatre here in Sydney. And he worked there. He worked at the theatre, and I was handing out tickets, and he came up and we had a conversation. And it was a really nice conversation. He was really tall and super nice and charismatic and really smart and all of that. So I was like, perfect. I'm just handing out flyers, and I met a nice boy. So we said we'd find each other on Facebook. He has a very unusual name, so we did. I found him very easily, messaged him, and we went out on a date. The first date was really good. The second date, he asked me if I wanted children, which is not relevant to the story, but I would not recommend asking that. It's quite intense. Anyway, so we're like seeing each other once a week at this point, like very regularly. I would say the whole thing lasted maybe like 3 months of seeing each other once a week. So I would say that's a lot of dates. I remember the last night we saw each other, he was telling me about this new job he got, and he was like writing, and so I was reading some of the stuff he'd written, and I really felt like honestly we were gonna get into a relationship. That's how I felt at the time. He didn't obviously feel that, but that's genuinely where I thought it was going. It seemed like we were really getting to know each other, been on heaps of dates, like, anyway. After that night, I genuinely hear nothing for, I want to say 3 weeks to a month. Then I go to this event that I organized for my college. It was called Girls Night Out, and we were just having a great time, all the gals, and I get a text from him. I haven't even given him a fake name. Let's call him Bob. He has a very unusual name. Just so you know, Bob worked as a lifeguard as well as at the theatre that I told you about. The text message says something along the lines of, and I wish I had a screenshot for this. It says, "Hey Harriet, just finished a shift and I wanted to tell you that this lady was in the pool and her lungs were filling up with water and she couldn't breathe, and anyway, I just found out that she's gonna be okay, and I just thought I'd tell you." I don't know why you think that you would want to tell me, like, no, hey, how are you? We haven't spoken in so long. I've been thinking about you. Like, literally, you just tell me this story about this poor woman, and I'm so glad that he saved her life and all of that. Like, I don't know, but it's just like so out of the blue, so random. I was unbelievably confused. I remember sending just like a really like, oh, thanks for letting me know. That's so exciting. Like, I don't know why you would tell me that. It just doesn't make any sense. I think also the fact that I was like a few cocktails down made it just so funny. Then I don't see him again for months. Like, that was the night that he told me about his job was truly like the last night we spent together kind of thing. But then that summer, so maybe like a month or two after the lifeguard text message, I go to a festival with one of my best friends, and we're having such a great time. Anyway, my friend goes to the bar to grab some water for us, and she comes back with Bob. She's like, Harriet, I found Bob at the bar. This is crazy. So she like leaves us alone to have some time. He was not in his right mind. It was a festival, if you know what I'm saying. So he sits down and I don't really remember, to be honest. But the main thing is that he kisses me. After like months, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, absolutely not. And then I said to him, oh, my phone's gonna die, so like, have a good day, probably won't see you again. And then he was like, oh, no worries, let me grab your friend's phone number and I'll just text her instead. So he gets her number. And then later in the night, he texts my friend, but he was texting me, and he's like, hey, I miss you so much. And then that was that. I was about to say that's the last I heard from him, but oh, no. This is the fun part. Fast forward 2 months, it's now January, and I'm lucky enough to be in Europe at the time. I was actually at the airport and I had just connected to Wi-Fi. I remember this literally like it was yesterday. So some important context before I tell you this part, which is absolutely the meme of this entire video. This is the best, this is my favorite thing ever. So during that summer, I had tagged 2 of my friends in a hashtag waste his time meme. Did I actually want to waste someone's time? No. Did I write the meme? No. Did I think it was funny? Yes. That's why it's called a meme, because it's a joke. It's funny. Anyway, so I'm at the airport and I've just connected to Wi-Fi and I get a message from, what did I call him? Bob. And it says, hey Harriet, comma, and that's it. I said, so bitchy, oh my God. I said, I'm unsure if the comma implies something else is coming, lol, but hello. He says, and I honestly I have to read this. I think you're on holidays now and I don't want to dampen your mood or anything. I hope you're having a great time. But I just wanted to say, as this is eating away at me a bit, but I'm really sorry for the way that I kind of dropped off out of your life at the end of the year. I feel like not much was said and it was a bit disingenuous of me to do so. This part is really nice. He goes on to just say that he thinks I'm a lovely, gorgeous and kind woman, and that he basically didn't want to get too involved because he thinks I deserve someone special. That part was really nice and I actually did appreciate that. But then he goes, today I saw that you had tagged some of your friends in a hashtag waste his time meme. And it made me really sad, as I know how lovely you actually are. And it made me think that I really hope I wasn't the reason that you felt bitter in that way. And it occurred to me that I may have wasted your time a little bit. For that, I'm really sorry, and I really hope not to do that again. I guess I'm just messaging to say I'm sorry that I dropped off. I think a few things are unresolved and it would be nice to discuss them more when you get back. You are a lovely, kind person, and I hope you always stay true to yourself. I just remember being like, it was a meme. Like, I'm so sorry if you felt like it was about you, if you felt attacked, I can't help that. But like, just the whole way that he went about it by saying that he hopes he's not the reason I feel bitter and he hopes I stay true to who I am. Like, I am being who I am. I like a meme. It's funny. It's a joke. It's not about you. I don't know. I just was like, what is happening? Like, why is he looking at what I tag my friends in and then like messaging me about it? Like, we're not dating. You haven't spoken to me in months. The last time I saw you, you were so weird. And then the time before that, you texted me about saving someone's life. I just was like, I'm just a confused little bean. So I basically just said that, sorry if the joke made you feel bad. It's had nothing to do with you. It was a joke. And then in terms of last year, I basically said that I kind of gauged from the general lack of communication that he couldn't invest a whole lot of time into this. I said that the festival was a little weird, but other than that, no harm was done. And then I said, happy to chat when I'm back if you want, because he offered that. And then he said, thanks Harriet, that makes me feel way better. Yeah, don't even worry about me. You have a sick time and I'll message you sometime soon. And glad to hear hashtag waste his time was just a joke thing. Nice to hear from you, Harriet, and have a fun holiday. Did I ever hear from him again? Did he ever actually want to meet up with me? Absolutely not. He just wanted to chat about the meme. So that is probably my best boy story, and that's where we're gonna end it today. I hope you guys had fun today, and if you want more story times, I have honestly so many stories. I've just lived a whole nother life. So if you want any more, send me topic requests and I'll try and think of some stories. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday with a new video. Bye! Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next Sunday. This is so much fun.